my partner, Chris Singleton. It's the Texas Rangers taking on. And getting the start for Baltimore, Dean Kramer. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Ball in.
One and two now. Altuve waits. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Basallo just in time. That was close, but he's retired on the strikeout, one away. And now we take a look at the Rangers lineup. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Ronald Acuna Jr. in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Next pitch is inside, and the count is 2-0.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
That one a little bit high. Ball three. And there's the automatic.
Well, as a hitter, you're hoping that the command on that sinker doesn't come until later in the ball game. But if that's how it's going to be all day, it's going to be a tough one for the offense.
And Acuna will take his base.
Looked like a questionable call in that spot. He even seemed a little surprised it went his way at the plate. But as a hitter, you'll take that all day.
That one is absolutely belted. Way back there, it's got a chance. It bangs off the wall. Headed for the plate. He will score, and they take the lead.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. One out, and a runner at second here in the second game of the series. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And two away now. In the air, right field. And that is that. Rangers get one on the RBI double. It's an early 1-0. Back now at Oriole Park. And on the mound for Texas in this one, Pablo Lopez. What do we need to know here? Leading off, Bobby Grich.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Bobby Grich.
Out to center. Chorio settles underneath it. He's there. He's got it. One down. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
And first offering is fouled off.
Sweeper. Middle outside.
Greenberg launched a homer in his most recent game.
Low middle.
Next offering in there for a strike.
Four-seam fastball.
And the count 1-2.
Outside.
Fights it off. You'll see another.
Curveball. Low outside.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change
Sweeper.
eye levels for the punch
Middle
out. That
center.
fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the
Inside, ball
ladder.
one.
But then the curveball
Four-seam
out of that
fastball.
same tunnel
Low
just
outside.
falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Line drive. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. The relay, but he's in there easily.
He got a pitch he could get you out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip
Four-seam
that ball
fastball.
down the line
Middle
for the double.
outside.
Man on second, 2 down. And a foul ball.
Well, here's a chance right here
Circle
for one of the better
change.
hitters on this
Low
roster to
middle.
get him on the board in the first. Thanks to the 3-hole hitter extending the inning. Good at bat with 2 outs.
Sweeper. Middle outside.
Lopez gets the swing and the miss, and that is that. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. Second inning. Back here in Baltimore, all set for the start of the inning. Wilson Contreras stepping in for the Rangers. Going 1. Line drive, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Not in time. He's safe. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Chourio.
Jackson Chourio.
Ripped on the ground to second. Slings to first in time.
Batting ninth, shortstop, Luis Aparicio.
Liner snagged at first. One left for Texas, but they still lead it 1-0. Back now at Oriole Park. We head to the bottom of the second. Jordan Westburg now at the plate. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
And the 0-1. Hit hard, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride low, out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense.
What a stop. There's one.
Got him. That's
on
an out.
the first save.
He's good.
So they get one, but a really nice try there. And next for the Orioles, Travis Hatton. On a line, base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Hey!
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
That one ripped, but foul.
Well, all eyes on the double play
Sweeper.
ball in this spot.
Middle
No
inside.
better way to get out of this inning.
This to center field. Chourio, long run on his horse. Makes a nice running catch. That's out number 2.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
That one hops off the wall and should score at least 1. One runs in as the go-ahead runner pulls up at third.
Well, we're starting over again, all tied up. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Now a chance for Bobby Rich. On the
Circle
inside
change.
corner for a strike.
Low outside.
That's a strike, and he inches closer to
Sweeper.
getting out of the jam.
Low outside.
In there. Got him looking for the K. Huge strikeout there. The O's add 1 on an RBI double. We head on now to the top of the third. You're watching Rangers baseball. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. Around first, heading for two. It's a leadoff double. To start the third.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch.
Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. He doesn't have a play, and now they have runners at the corners. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Bobby Abreu stepping in for the Rangers. On the ground, could be two. There for the out. Runner scores from third. Struck out swinging his first time. Suarez, in his 12th season, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was born in Venezuela. 0-1 down.
Ball, that's inside.
Man at first, one away. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Hard hit, base hit. Runner around third. In comes the run from second to third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with one gone. Runners at the corners here, one away. Wilson Contreras, the next to hit, and that's fouled off. Traffic on the bases with two already in to score. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And that's a fair ball. One run is in. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. That one the other way. Makes a leaping grab for the out.
Clearly stole a base hit right there. Excellent job. Great athleticism by the shortstop to make that leaping catch to bring it down. It was a line drive headed for the outfield.
Chorio in the box as he fouls off the first pitch.
Well, it stinks to be down by, these runs early in this ball game like this, but you've got 2 outs. You've got to close the door because you still have a chance with how much time is left in this one.
Base hit, 1 run in already. There comes the throw. Safe at home, and the runner scores from second. And the lead is up to 5. Luis Aparicio getting ready to hit. And he hits a ground ball right side. Grich. They take the force out. That'll end the inning after a lot. As we go to the last of the third. Stepping in the long ball threat, Hank Greenberg. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
4-seam fastball. Low middle.
Late swing, foul to the left.
4-seam fastball. Low inside.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one carrying, gone into the flag court. His second of the year, and they slice into the lead. It's 6-3.
Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden, they're back in this ballgame.
Here's the Orioles cleanup hitter, Taylor Ward. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
He swings and fouls one off.
Curveball. Low inside.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
The 0-2. In the air to left center. Chourio on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that's the first out. Nice
Sinker.
recovery after giving up the homer. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Eddie Murray, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's 0 for 1. Sliced hard but foul.
Four-seam fastball.
Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
2 on, 1 out. High fly ball, right field. Abreu settles under this one, and there's 2 away. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. So up next, Colton Cowser swings through that one for strike 1.
Sinker. Middle outside.
Swing and a miss. 0-2
Four-seam
down.
fastball. Low outside.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Circle
First and
change.
second, 2 down. Here in the last half of the third. That misses. Ball 1.
Sweeper. Low inside.
Nope,
Really good
inside,
take,
ball
especially
2.
with 2 strikes.
Sweeper. Middle inside.
Popped in the air. Left field. And that is that. Orioles close the gap on the homer. It's now 6-3. This is Rangers baseball on the show, Texas. Back here in Baltimore, start of the 4th, Jose Altuve stepping in for the Rangers.
Well, these Rangers really producing with runners on. It's been a right place, right time kind of game for them. They put a bunch of runs on the board, thanks in large part to 4 hits with runners in scoring position.
This one in the air, center field. Cowser under it. 1 away.
On top of that, they haven't left many guys on base, so they've been efficient getting runners on and finding ways to bring them home.
Out to short, Hafner. Slings to first in time. 2 outs, base is empty. So next to hit for Texas, Bobby Abreu. And a base hit up the middle. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Just
Ball 1.
missed.
Aye.
Grounder off the pitcher. Throw sails over his head at first. Now he launches a throw over his head. And he's going to make it up to second base as that's a 2-base error. There comes the skipper out of the dugout. The left-hander on now, Keegan Aiken.
Number 45.
And this is a really tough spot to come into as he tries to keep this one close. You almost have to forget about the runners in scoring position. They're not going anywhere. Focus on the hitter, getting that one out your team needs from you.
And now it's William Contreras.
Big moment in this game. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position, and could really break this thing wide open early.
2 on, 2 outs. That one's in there, and the count is 1-1. In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. The count 2-1. Outside.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
Wilson Contreras in the on-deck circle for Texas. Line drive, base hit. 1 run across. Suarez around third. He'll score. 2 runs are in. It's a 2-run single, and it's 8-3.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Really good swing right there. You got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Outside.
That's out.
1 ball, 1 strike. 2 runs across in the inning. Top half of inning number 4. That one is absolutely belted. Into the dive, and he got it. What a play. Bottom 4. Now the Orioles catcher, Samuel Basallo.
Low outside.
Yeah.
4-seam fastball. Low middle.
Foul ball.
Circle change. Low outside.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. Chris, he looks locked in on reaching a milestone we know has been coming up for him.
Yeah, Boog, 2 to go, and he'll move up into a new echelon for career Ks. Pretty special when you get to watch a pitcher have a moment like that.
Throws to first in time.
Up next for the
Curveball.
2 down, bases empty. Hank Greenberg, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Greenberg.
4-seam fastball. Low outside.
Foul ball there.
4-seam fastball. High inside.
0-2 now.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone.
Four-seam
I think he's
fastball.
trying to speed him
Low
up.
inside.
Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
There's a swing and a drive. That's back. And it is gone. 3rd home run of the season, and they cut into the deficit. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. Power versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Sweeper. Middle inside.
Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. And that extends the inning. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this
Four-seam
guy.
fastball.
Ward at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. Strike 2.
Circle change. Low inside.
Stays alive.
Sweeper.
The Orioles down by 4. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Just off the outside part of the plate.
Sweeper. Middle outside.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Solo homer brings in one for Baltimore. It's now 8-4. Back now at Oriole Park. We go to the top of the fifth. Wilyer Abreu stepping in for the Rangers. And that is out of play.
Well, these Rangers doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Only 2 strikeouts so far, and obviously they've been able to pick up plenty of hits, so it's been an impressive one. And you know, that strikeout total, only 2 so far, really tells you they're not just running into good luck and getting hits to fall. They're earning those knocks.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Got him. Away here in the fifth.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his own right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
In the air, right field. 2 down. Up next for the Rangers, Luis Aparicio. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order. On a line. Makes the grab. On the run, and that's the 3rd out. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Digging in, Jordan Westburg. That one finds the zone. 4-1. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list.
Curveball. Low outside.
Flails at that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
4-seam fastball.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
He caught it behind his back. The money, nice play.
Great showcase of athleticism on the play, especially for a pitcher. Things could have gone sideways in a hurry. Great job of not letting that happen.
Hafner in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Hit hard but foul off to the left.
4-seam fastball. Low middle.
Struck him out swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7. Orioles held in check there. They're unable to make. Welcome back as we look at the highlights from today's game so far.
Now pitching.
Coming out for the Orioles, Cade
Number
Povich.
37.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
That one fouled off. Comes up empty. Povich, a 6'3" lefty, 185 pounds, and he was a 3rd-round pick in 2021. Swings through that. It's a strikeout. Bobby Abreu will hit next. And that's a base hit. And that's a 1-out single. Fought off foul. Inside.
Inside.
And it's 1-1. Abreu leads off first with 1 away.
Ball 2.
On the ground, Grich. They get the force
Got him. That's an out.
as they pass up the chance at the double play.
Feel that they weren't overzealous there. Just take the sure out, keep the run out of scoring position.
And now William Contreras. Check swing went around. Strike 1. Line drive, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Suarez around 3rd. He'll score. It's now 9-4.
Picks himself up an RBI. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Hey!
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Runner at second, 2 down, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Got him swinging. Job at damage control right there. Rangers get 1 on the RBI double. On to the bottom of it. Back here in Baltimore, stepping in, Colton Cowser.
Low outside.
That one finds the zone.
4-seam
That's strike 1.
Low outside.
Ground ball right side, and that one finds its way through. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next.
4-seam fastball. Low middle.
Hey!
Circle change. Low middle.
Comes up empty. That's strike
Circle
two.
change. Low outside.
Foul ball still 0-2.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high
Four-seam
fastball. Is going to make
High
that pitcher
inside.
really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Strikeout number 8.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years.
Four-seam
With all of the
fastball.
emphasis by
High
pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs,
Curveball.
they kind of look like to the
Low
hitter
middle.
that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Out number 2. Hank Greenberg
Curveball.
now at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. Breaking
Oh,
ball
one.
misses down and away.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And makes the grab. And the inning is over. One left for the Orioles. They trail it here. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Zach Eflin. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see you. Once again.
For the Rangers, number 25, Anthony Santander.
Oh, great stop to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Up next for the Rangers, center fielder Jackson Torrio.
Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. And it gets by him. Now around second, going for third.
Man, I love the hustle out of the box right there to make that triple happen. And just an absolute laser into the opposite field gap. He was digging hard.
Sneaks through, base hit. In comes the run from third to add on. It's an RBI single, and it's now a 6-run lead.
Up next
So
for the
back to the
Rangers,
top of the order.
second baseman,
Jose Altuve stepping in for the Rangers. 1 for 4 with a double. On the ground to the left. Westberg flips it, safe at
He's
second.
safe. No, he's in there.
Up next for the Rangers, the designated hitter, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they're pulling away up by 7. Now, 1 down. Next up for Texas, Bobby Abreu. And first offering is fouled off. Gets him to chase after that one. Oh, right to the backstop. Both runners move up 2 in scoring position now, and that takes away the double play. 2 on, 1 out. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. 1 run is in. Here's the throw to the plate. It's off the mark, and he scores. Our score now 13-4. Now the Orioles manager Yennier Cano taking over on the mound, ready to make his season debut. And a foul ball. The 0-1. sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away. William Contreras stepping in for the Rangers.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Andrew Kittredge, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Ripped into center, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Runner from second crosses the plate. To third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with one gone.
Ball one.
That misses
That's
the
ball
zone. Ball two.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And
That's
that
ball
misses. And that's ball three.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your
Nope,
hands.
that's
That'll
inside.
pop you up
Ball
in the infield,
four.
and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
And that'll load the bases. Anthony Santander at the plate. Right side, Grich. And that's the second out of the inning on the force play.
Up next for the Rangers, center fielder, Jackson Torres.
Hard hit into the gap. One run will score. Headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and the lead continues to grow. Here comes the skipper. Pitching change here, Andrew Kittredge.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Base hit into the outfield. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out.
Next for the Rangers,
Back to the top of the order. Jose Altuve up to hit here. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single, and they extend their lead. Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But they put it. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summer.
High outside.
And it's fouled away.
4-seam fastball. High inside.
Ball one.
Challenge from behind the dish here. And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. 1 challenge remaining for them now.
Sweeper. Middle inside.
The 1-1. High fly ball down the left field line. And that's a foul ball.
4-seam fastball. Low outside.
The 1-2.
Circle change. Low inside.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
4-seam fastball. Low inside.
Swings and misses. Whiff number 9 for him in this game. 9.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
He was late there. Strike one.
Middle inside.
That one finds the zone.
Curveball.
And the count is 0-2.
Low outside.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now, just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Next offering in there for a strike.
Curveball.
That is strike 2.
Low outside.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side of the 7th. The Rangers out front 18-4. Back now at Oriole Park for the top of the 8th. Bobby Abreu stepping in for the Rangers. In the air left field. Greenberg under this one. And there's one away. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. The Rangers up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. That's ripped into the outfield. He makes the grab. 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Line drive, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Now the Orioles manager. So they turn to their closer, Will Vest. This is his 3rd time out this year. Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. That one fouled hard the other way. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Fights it off. You'll see another. Hit on the ground to short. Hafner. The underhand flip. In time. Got him. And that'll do it. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Did you collect baseball cards?
You know, when I was a kid, I used to put them in my back tire of my bicycle so it would sound like a motorcycle. Probably ruined some good cards back then, but don't really have much of a collection. The other day I came across a binder that my wife had in one of the drawers, and my son's got some baseball cards. So we'll be looking to see if there's any kind of retirement income in there.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. So my dad told me that he had a bunch of Mickey Mantle rookie cards and a whole bunch of valuable cards, and his mom tossed them because, what did she know? So I made my mom keep all my baseball cards. And I really don't have any that are valuable. And that story stunk by me. Anyway.
Center fielder, Colton Cowser.
This one in the air center field. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. The Rangers with the lead, 18. Back here in Baltimore, we go to the 9th. Anthony Santander stepping in for the Rangers. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Comes up empty.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Swings through it for the K. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. He's got a single, a double, and a triple in this game. A home run gets him the cycle. Out towards right center field. Ward running hard to get it. Makes. The grab, and there's 2 out. That one pushed foul. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Strike 2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. That's the 3rd out. The Rangers bottom 9. Now the Orioles catcher, Samuel Basallo. Cracks his bat and pops him up. And a quick out, number 1.
Up next for the
Four-seam
Orioles,
fastball. High inside.
baseman, Bobby Grich.
That's towards center. Chourio in position. And there's 2 away. Orioles down to their final
Four-seam
out.
fastball.
Hank Greenberg, the next to hit for the Orioles. And that one hammered. Fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw to second is offline.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. He really turned on that one, and as it hooked down the line, it was hard to tell if it would stay fair, but it did.
That's a laser base hit. Fires it to the plate. And he's in there. And a run comes in to score. Manager out of the dugout. Now on the bump, Jose Alvarado. He's making his second appearance of the season.
Cutter. High outside.
Fouled off left side.
Sinker. Low inside.
That one ripped, but foul.
Sinker.
Alvarado, 30 years old now, and they traded for him earlier this year. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Sinker. Middle outside.
The Orioles down to their final strike. On the ground to third, and this should do it. Throw to first in time, and this one is over. The Rangers take this one in a blowout.
Well, as much action as there was in this one, really impressive performance from the bats on the winning side. They gave up quite a few runs, but they still blew them out of the water. They have to be feeling pretty good about themselves offensively right now.
So this one got a little out of hand. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.